Hey everybody, Asher here, and today we're going to be playing some Slay the Spire. This is a game that is part FTL, part Hearthstone. It is a rogue-like dungeon explorer where you have cards that you play things with, and it is a very fun game. It's in early access right now. I've very much enjoyed what I've played so far, so I thought I would throw some videos up. We're going to be doing at least 2 runs on this, one with the Ironclad and one with the Silent, and as I tend to do with these things, I'm going to be explaining a lot of what goes on in context with this game, but the idea is that you've got to get up 50 floors to the top, and then you have 2 people to choose from. There's another character that's locked. One is more of a rogue type character, you can tell by the knives and the sneaky cool mask, and one is a fighter type person. We're going to start with the Ironclad today, and I'm going to be talking a little bit, going through some of the basics in a way, but a lot of what I'm going to do here is just play and let you see what you think about the game. So let's go ahead and embark. So first off, I have already played through this game a bit before, so we do have our whale friend to start out with, and he will give us different things that we can possibly do. None of these are particularly great. I mean, 100 gold can be useful. There are shops throughout here. Let's look at our map and see if we have anything great. We actually do have an early shop that could help out. See, like I said, this map reminds me a lot of Faster Than Light because there's all these different branching paths and places you can go, but you can't really double back either. So I do like to play this in a way where I do take fights early and often, but that's a lot of fights to take if I'm just going for an early shop. So maybe the 100 gold isn't very well. Transforming a card just kind of random. We could lose max HP, obtain a random rare relic. That's probably the best of all these, although it's hardly my favorite. Let's see here. So you do start with the relics. One is Burning Blood, which is heal 6 at the end of combat. And Ice Cream, which energy is now conserved between turns. Ice Cream is one of the most powerful relics in the game. So that worked out very well. We could go to the right, and we could hit a store and then a boss, and not have a full gamut of enemies all the way through. That may be better. I want to try and get as many elites as I can. So it looks like I can get 3 if I go on the right-hand path. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can parlay Ice Cream into being something really good. I don't know for sure how it's going to work out, but that's part of the randomness of these games. We play, we fight, we find out. Now, how combat in this game works is fairly straightforward. You have cards, you have a certain amount of energy. You have an enemy where, unless you have certain abilities that say otherwise, you can see what they're doing. So there is a lot of strategery that goes into this. So we have, like, see there, a friendly little smack from our Jawworm. I'm not too worried as long as I can keep it under 6 damage. So I'm going to be playing a little bit conservatively at first until I can burst him down. Now, right now, I pretty much have mostly basic cards in my deck except for Bash. Bash applies Vulnerable, which is a debuff, which means they take more damage, 25% extra damage right now. And you know what? I'm just gonna do it because I'm gonna take a little bit of damage anyway. So now see, we're vulnerable. You can always mouse over and check things there. Oh, actually 50% damage for 2 more turns. That's swell. And you can see my goal of losing less than 6 health has failed. So we can just defend a little more. Like I said, there's a lot of different little systems here. Notice I'm not keeping a lot of energy between turns right now because I have plenty of things to do, but that'll be useful later. So unfortunately, I can't burst him down just yet. You'll notice as well is that any cards I don't use at the end of the turn get thrown into a discard pile, which you can check here. And then eventually, once all the cards in your draw pile are exhausted, you can play again. So our turn, of course, now we have the ability to, if not kill him this turn, kill him next turn. So good going. So he's finally going to increase his strength a little bit, but it's not going to be enough unless, of course, okay, to get 3 strikes. Good 1. Only needed 2 because of Vulnerable. So we're almost back to max health. Now you get rewards at the end of the time, and you get to add a card to your deck for each one that you go through here. The problem is that none of these cards are particularly great. Like, I'm not a fan really of any of these. I do have the option to skip, and I may do that. I mean, I think I'll just take Anger just to have an additional source of damage, especially since we are going to be hunting a bunch of elites here. Now you can see I could go to a store, I could go to an unknown event. It could be a fight, it could be anything. And before you lies an elaborate shine of a forgotten spirit. We can upgrade a card, which is great, or we could do nothing. And the card we want to upgrade first is Bash. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do with cards. You can upgrade them, you can ditch them, you can do plenty of things, but you'll have opportunities to upgrade kind of throughout the run. So we're going to take these two fights, go this way, fight the elite, go to a campfire where we can rest or upgrade our card. Plans to upgrade our card. Hit this treasure chest, go up here. We are taking a lot of fights. So hopefully we can get some good cards, or we're going to crash and burn really fast. Alright, Cultist. What he likes to do is to buff himself up like crazy. But because I know he's not attacking this turn, I can just anger him. And the thing about anger, the reason I'm not a huge fan of it, is because it fills your deck with other cards. I try and keep decks low in card count because it increases consistency. But let's see, right here, we can do 2 of these. And can we kill him? No, not quite. So we'll take 1 damage and we'll heal this back at the end of the fight. So, stabby stab. You can see we're going to draw 1 card here and then get the rest of our cards from our discard pile. So some anger to your face. We get an additional anger. Easy peasy. And this is kind of the same strategy I used to do for FTL as well, is that we want to try and really just get as much stuff at the beginning of the game, resources, fights, gold, cards, because that helps us do better later on where the fights are tougher. So a little bit of a tough choice here. Rampage is a card that I really like. Each time it's played, increased damage by 4 for this combat. Cleave's very important because it's AoE damage, but I'm going to take Rampage for now. We're going to hope to not have to worry too much about AoE damage right now. Of course, we have 2 little bugs here, and one of them's going to attack, so we may be able to actually take the one out that's going to fight. You see he gets armor down here, so that reduces damage, but because anger costs 0 mana, we can just mana, energy, whatever. I'm not getting a lot of ice cream yet. My goal is going to be to try and get a relic that gets me some extra energy so I can try and float it later. Because there are some turns where I'm going to be able to carry it over, so I could bash here. It's probably better just to, well, we already accidentally hit the defense card. I can afford to take no damage because he's dead. Alright, I can't math. It's so different when I'm talking and playing versus just sitting silently and playing. So another anger's alright. Sword Boomerang's not very good. I don't want to get more than 1 anger. Fire Breathing. For each attack played this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. That's another form of AoE damage. I've never actually tried the card before, so that may not be the optimal play, but I'm going to try it out. Because sometimes you just play to experiment and have fun, and we got some good stuff here, in fact. Heavy Blade's a very good damage ability. It gets buffed 3 times for strength. Body Slam, deal damage equal to your current block, is an amazing card when you upgrade it, but when it costs 0 damage. Yes, just like Shield Slam. 5 block, upgrade a card for the rest of combat. You can upgrade this to upgrade all of your cards in your hand, but I think for the 151 gold that we have, probably the most consistent card I can get right now is Inflame, just to try and give ourselves a little buff. I mean, there's plenty of good options here that work, but I don't want to spend too much time here where we can actually get rid of a card as well. We're going to get rid of one of the strikes because we don't need that many cards, so we can drop ourselves down. It'll increase in price every time unless you get a specific relic. But we get our first elite. What's it going to be? How are we going to get punished? Okay, we're not going to get punished. We should have gotten some AoE skills. These little gears down here mean artifacts, so the first time I put a debuff on them, it's going to turn into a big bunch of nothing. Alright, so we're going to take a little bit of damage here. That's alright. And these cards just, there are ways that you can keep cards after you get them discarded, and we're going to get some dazed here, which is a little unfortunate, but I have the HP regen potion as well. You see these guys are going to attack, so that's fun. We only have 1 defense, so at the end of your turn, for each attack you play, deal 1 damage to everybody. I guess we'll try it out now. And this is going to scale up when the fights go longer, so not my favorite turn. Might as well go ahead and start drinking this. We're going to be here for a while. So Cleave would be good because I can tap these guys every time. Fortunately, their pattern is very predictable. You can see I do have a regenerate buff that's going to come up here. And we do have Inflame as well, which is good. Can we actually skip Inflame and kill this guy right now? We might be able to. No, we can't. Alright. So we don't want to take too much damage here. You can see I'm trying to limit as much damage as I can, but this is an elite fight, so I expect I'm going to be taking a little bit of damage throughout. So we got 2 days. These will disappear from our hand when we're done. Unfortunately, not a lot I can do right now, so maybe I should have focused on that one guy. But I got a little bit of chip damage in. Maybe that'll add up over time, but we're gonna get some ouchies here. I'm still not feeling particularly threatened, and at least this is partially mitigated by getting 15 HP back. That's a lot of dazed cards. Alright, and you can see we have our energy that's we're going to be holding on. We're actually going to be passing over more energy the next turn, so that's great. So we should be able to kill this guy. My goal is to kill this one, though. Because you can see they're alternating their attacks, and we have a lot of dazed cards right now. Cool. So we have 6 energy now. Suddenly you see how this card's pretty good. So Rampage. Rampage, Strike, Defend looks good to me. Hate that we can't do... Well, you know, for every attack, you deal 1 damage to all enemies. Let's see it in action. And we still have 3 energy to spare for next turn. I could have actually pushed an additional 1 there. So 3 more damage. Not the cleanest fight. We'll get Inflame. So every little bit of strength counts. We want to get just a few attacks so that we can get some defensive cards pretty safely later. Wow, all the dazed. Well, that's RNG for you when it packs your card, packs your deck with stuff. So, not the best fight. If I had taken Cleave, this fight would have been done a lot sooner. Of course. All our defense. Got an achievement though, that's exciting for Adrenaline for having 9 energy in a turn. Thank you, Ice Cream. So, easy enough for all the damage I took. I can get some of that back. Bag of Preparation, start combat, draw 2 additional cards. Fun! So, different things here. I like Headbutt. Deal 9 damage. More importantly, place a card from your discard pile over here to the top of your draw pile. So, some good fetch combos with that. Now, there are 2 things I can do here. One is rest to recover 21 hit points. The more important thing to do, especially if you want to have a run go the distance, is to upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Upgrade Rampage. I think that's probably our best candidate. Inflame's also good. Fire Breathing for 0 it's okay. Headbutt, just damage plus is alright. Anger is once again not my favorite card, but we took it because we did. So we'll try Rampage upgraded. Seems like the right one. Double the scaling amount. Now we could try and avoid this elite. We could go this route and get 2 more campfires, but I really like trying to take on first floor elites, if at all possible. So Slime, which splits when we do half of its HP damage to it. So let's see. I could bash, but we're going to Inflame. And we'll just get Rampage, the Rampage ramp started here. See, my deck's 14 cards. That's pretty good for having Rampage, and Lick's going to make our defense less effective. Fortunately, he's just focusing on debuffing us. One nice combo here. You ready for it? Headbutt. What card do we want to grab? I think it's Rampage. Now if I can just get some card draw in here, we can get that back. Go ahead and get our extra fire damage. You can see it's going to split here in just a second. I probably should have held off on that attack since it wasn't very threatening. Got a messy split here. Might still be able to take it out in time though, so Rampage, Anger. Oh, misplays. We'll save that for later. So this is nice, 2 additional draws per turn for free. Prep is a card from the other class. Alright, so we have 4 things that we can do with here. Our Rampage is already over here, but I don't have the means to draw it yet. So we can just take this. Let's see here, 12, 3 vulnerable. Yeah, I can kill it. Math is fun! Another card, Juggernaut. Ugh. Heavy Blade's good, Boomerang's good. I guess I take Heavy Blade now since I have Ice Cream. I don't want to take more than 1 of those, though. Alright, so we can get potentially 2 more elites depending on how the fights go. Let's see, what's our extra treasure? Charon's Ash has never gotten this before. When you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That could be good. Card we're looking for called True Grit asks us to exhaust a card every time. Oh, this is not who I wanted to face. Gremlin Knob, you'll see probably in a minute why I did not want to face him. He's going to enrage himself. So let's go ahead and do the best we can. So let's go ahead and headbutt. Get that card back in. So it's back in our draw pile. Just strike. We want to burst him down ASAP. But the problem is every time we play a defensive skill, roar, he enrages. Which means he gains 2 strength and he does a lot of damage already. So this is a power, defense is a skill. So let's go ahead and inflame. Let's go ahead and rampage. Maybe I could have gone for vulnerable, but I really want this to scale up. And if we do 5 block, you're going to see what happens to his attack. Is it goes up to 16, so we netted a little bit less damage. Alright. Not great. Every time we try and play a defense skill, it's going to be a problem. Fortunately, I think we might be able to take him out now. So let's see here, 11, 8, 8. Maybe not. Well, we don't have any defense anyway, so don't want to do that. Headbutting into an empty discard pile is not my favorite. Alright, so here. And then we could do fire breathing, but we might as well do this because we'll be able to kill him next turn. So Skull Bash, fun. We're a little lower on health than I'd like at this point, but hopefully Rampage can carry us through some of these fights later on. And we take a few more fights so we can get some more healing, potentially. Mummified Hand, whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 for this turn. But we have some powers. We're going to take Cleave. We need the AoE. Armor. We need to start thinking defense, and Armaments is a good card once you upgrade it, but it's subpar beforehand. So, what do we upgrade? I could rest here, but I'm going to try my best not to. Alright, things we can upgrade. Cleave, not a great candidate. Fire Breathing, not top priority. Just damage, so we're probably just going to go with Inflame. That's a safe one. So, proceed. And we have fights. We have lots of fights. I'm hoping to be able to upgrade at the last floor here. 16 cards is a heavier deck than I'd like right now, but maybe we can get some stuff later on. So, random card costs 0. Heavy Blade costs 0. That's great. See, when you get your strength up, that's a good combo. Totally a card that I underestimated before, so you're not dead. Oh well. We'll get you next time. Oh wait. Okay, that's not going to let me play attacks next. Oh no, that's not what that is. There's another ability that doesn't let you play attacks, but we'll get... Let's go ahead and Fire Breathe. We can defend. I might as well headbutt here. We got one more defend anyway. Cool. Alright, so easy. We could Rampage for 17, or Rampage for 8, Heavy Blade for 17. So we got, I think we got our damage covered. We just need to find some defense. Twin Strikes I like pretty well. We're gonna skip though. Learning when to skip cards, one of the skills I'm still working on, but one that I'm trying to do pretty well. This is this is a surprisingly tough fight. Okay. How do we want to do this? I mean, none of these guys are going to hit me. He's going to get 4 shield. So Cleave should take him out. I hate ditching Rampage right away. Let's go ahead and start the buff train on that. I did lose 7 damage on here, but hopefully I can get it later. My power's unmatched, cacaw, he says. The most important thing about facing this guy is knowing that you have to kill him super fast. Alright, so we got extra 0 mana stuff. That's pretty cool. That can be pretty damn useful if you can manipulate it to hit the right card. I'll have to pay attention to that in the future. Alright, so nothing to fetch with Headbutt. Might as well go Anger. Looks like we're going to take some damage here after all, so that's alright. This guy's strength is going to go up 3 every turn, so you got to kill him fast. Would love a pen nib or something right now. Alright. Still not my favorite total of HP, so 23 damage, we can just outright kill him. 19 damage. Let's go for the maximum BM. There we go. My powers were matched. See you later, buddy. So Energy Potion, good with Ice Cream. Ooh, good. Shrug it off. We need to start thinking defensive here. Dual Wield is slow. It's a very powerful ability, but it's slow, and our deck doesn't want to play slow. It wants to beat things in the face and kill them. So we have one more boss fight, a regular fight. I think we can do the boss. One of these again. Alright. So here's our extra card draws. How did we not get any defensive cards first turn? Alright. Can we take you out this turn? Maybe. Possibly. There we go. Oh, best defense is a good offense, right? That's one way to do it. And if we can just keep the damage down, then we may not even need to worry about healing up at the next fireplace. Alright. I could lower the damage down to 3 and save my stuff for next time. That's probably the smarter move. I can't math. Okay, so lower damage down to 1's way better. Nice thing about Shrug It Off is that it draws. We're going to... I wish I had Heavy Blade right now. Alright, we're not going to Shrug It Off. We're going to... What did I say before? Our goal is to kill things. So more dazed cards. Hopefully we draw some defense here. You can see they have Artifact once again, so we're not really going for anything. And you're dead. You are super dead. Anger working out okay there. You really only need 1. Okay, so we got an Energy Potion for Energy Potion. Whenever an enemy dies, gain... Wow. Gain an energy and draw 1 card. That's good. And Uppercut's great. But I need more defense. So we're getting kinda to where I'm a little uncomfortable getting more cards. I'm gonna say we don't need to rest, or don't need to rest. What do we want to do? Heavy Blade times 5 is stupidly strong. Shrug It Off, not the highest priority. I'm still thinking about Fire Breathing. So free Fire Breathing is just gonna put in a lot of extra little chip damage, but who's our boss? Our boss is this thing. This is a spinny thing with lots of fire, and I tell you it's a DPS race. And you win a DPS race by upgrading Heavy Blade. You'll see what I mean in a minute if you're unfamiliar with this game and don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so big question mark here. We got first turn Rampage, first turn Fire Breathing. Normally I would say, hey, maybe I should hold on to some of my mana for next turn, because he's going to do a big power turn next turn, so let's try that. We're just going to Rampage here. I really want to strike, but maybe if we do Ice Cream pretty well. Ugh. Choices. We're just going to do it like this. Play the defense for fun. That's it. So he's going to hit us hard. We got both Shrug-it-offs though, which is amazing. So, love the music in this game, by the way. So, shrug it off, shrug it off. Anger's good. Defense is good, so that's what, 5 times 6, 30? We blocked most of it. That's fine. We may not even need the energy potion here, but I'll save it for a rainy day. This is the biggest attack he's going to do for a while. Okay, so we definitely want to inflame. So that got us a free strike. I was hoping for a free heavy blade. We really need to defend here. So free strike. And let's grab the strike back. So our goal is to do damage. Seer adds a burn to your hand, which is not my favorite. So, oh look, 10 damage, and we're just gonna have to take it. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just do as much damage as we can. So a little unlucky there, considering the defensive smorgasbord that we have, but... okay. Let's see if we need the energy potion here. No. Really wish I had Shrug it off, though. Because we're going to need it. As he's going to do a bigger attack here in a second. So increase strength. 8 damage now instead of 6. Good, we got 1 defend. That's all I really wanted. Rampage. Let's make sure not to forget to defend. So if we can get a solid heavy blade off here, we'll be alright. I get a lot of angers here in just a minute. Okay. So 8 more damage. We've just got to get him before he gets us. So 29 damage. There we go. Get that on the vulnerables, very important. Alright, can we do this? Okay, here comes most of the bum rush. Let's see what we draw. Always want to try and draw first. Bash is going to apply vulnerable. I don't know if it finds us lethal, but... One thing I had to learn really early is not to just sit on potions. There's plenty of opportunities to get them, so let's see here. 7 plus 50%. What cards do we have in the discard pile? So we have a headbutt, we have a burn, we have a shrug it off. I think we can take 14 damage. Because we really want this guy to die next turn. And I could have defended there. But it doesn't really matter, because I may not have mentioned this before, HP does revive, or go to full, at least on this difficulty level next time. So you can see, once he's all big and burny, he's going to do another 30 damage to us, or we can just smack him down. Cool. 1 floor down. Solid run so far, so 99 gold. And we always get something good here. Brutality at the start of your turn, lose 1 HP, draw a card. Demon Form or Barricade. I think we're going to go Demon Form. It's objectively the strongest of any of these for the playstyle we have so far. If we're going to go Heavy Blade for a big finisher, Demon Form plays perfectly into that. So we're going to do that. It's tough because it's 3 mana, but we want to see if we can get a relic here from the boss that will give us an additional mana. Whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. You can no longer use potions or Lizard Tail. Well, we got it. Not being able to use potions is annoying, but I've won runs before, starting with the Sozu and replacing my starting relic with it. So we'll get it here, and we're just not going to worry about potions the rest of the game. Fun. Because as we'll see in the next video, having so much damage and having so much additional mana plus Ice Cream or so much energy is going to make a world of difference. So this is Asher with Slay the Spire. We're going to continue this run next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. By all means, criticize my card choices, and I will see you next time.